Well, guys, since you're both here with each other, Coach Holman's talked a lot in the last couple of weeks about CJ, how well you've played, and then DJ, how he's sort of helped you on the court and how you guys continue to get better as you play with each other. And I wonder how you both feel your comfort level with each other has grown since you got here for camp and you started playing with each other for the first time. How much more comfortable are you, and where are you seeing some of that comfort play out?
Yeah, just like since I've been here in the summer, I've just being able to learn from him and being able to also learn how he plays. He plays a different style, and he's a really good point guard. So also learning from him to add things to my game, but also knowing how he plays and what he's going to do when he goes to the hoop, whether he's going to kick it out, where to be, for the open shot and stuff like that. So I think I've learned a lot from many people on the team other than just him. A lot of older guys and stuff like that. But as a young guy, it's one of my roles to take on that role and then learn from these guys.
I most definitely have gotten a lot comfortable. Being able to play off the ball is kind of different, but it's something I'm starting to become comfortable with. Being able to do within the offense, to help the team win. He's a very great point guard. He's done a lot for us so far this season. He's only getting better, scoring the ball better, doing the right things, making the right plays and things like that. So it is kind of good being able to play with him, be able off the ball, be able to make plays off the dribble and things like that. And we know where each other at on the court. We both get after it defensively, and it kind of makes it better for the team and just put us in the right situations to win.
DJ said you guys both bring different styles. I wonder how you would describe your styles compared to each other.
I would say he's more explosive. Obviously, he's more athletic than me, to be able to, finish above the rim and things like that. And I'm kind of just I would say more slow pace, just try to make the right play, pass first. He can score the ball kind of better than me at this point right now in the season. He's getting to the basket really well and doing things differently to me, for the team. We just kind of got two different roles that we do for the team, just to put ourselves in the best situation.
As far as, what I see is when I came here in the summer, CJ is the best defender I've ever played against. So I think he's one of the better perimeter defenders in the country at the point guard position. So just for me, that's helped me a lot in practice working. He pushes me and stuff. He's going to get into me and stuff. So that will help me grow, and it's already helped me a lot along the way. I've been more comfortable with the ball and stuff like that. And so, when you got a guy that has hands like that and, can make plays on the defensive side, that's always fun to play with. And, he also brings a different energy to our team on that defensive side.
Was that maybe as comfortable then as you felt? You came in with 16 minutes to go in the Kentucky game, and you didn't come back out, and they had the ball in your hands in crucial situations there. Was that as comfortable as you felt to this point this season?
Oh yeah. I'd for sure say that was most comfortable I felt. I felt like I've been there before. I just felt confident in myself and the people around me. I felt like we were going to win that game, and I feel like we all had that kind of attitude. And I feel like that's why we ended that game well against a really good team. They were a good enough team to, beat us by 20. So I feel like we did a good job of, staying focused and keeping, our hard hats on and, playing good defense and, scoring the ball.
Did that game mean anything extra to you? I saw you post a photo the other day of you in a Kentucky shirt as a kid.
Yeah.
Did that mean extra to you?
I've actually been a diehard Kentucky fan since I was 9 until about high school, until I started getting recruited. So I was a diehard Kentucky fan. I lost when they I cried when they lost to Wisconsin when they were undefeated, all that. So that was a special moment for me. I had 40 members from my family at the game too. So that was just that was probably the best time of my life, best moment in my life right there. It was just so special being able to play the game I love with my brothers, and also have my family there in Vegas. That was just one of the best times of my life for sure.
40 family members, is that hyperbole, or were there legitimately 40 people there?
Yeah, 40 people from both sides of my family making it out to Vegas.
Do you have a big family, or are we
Yeah.
talking fourth cousins?
No, we're talking first cousins,
Okay.
family, yeah. So that's why it was special. These people mean a lot to me, their blood. And, it's not easy getting all those people out there at the same time for this event. So it means a lot to me knowing that, they all sacrificed some things that they had and stuff to make it out there for me.
What percentage of them were Kentucky fans?
None of them were. Actually, I was on, me and my brother. My little brother was, just because I was, but my brother doesn't like them anymore. But, it was only me growing up, and so that was definitely a special moment.
How often do you two go up against each other in practice? About what percentage of the time is it you versus you as opposed to a scout team guy?
No, we go against each other every day, 99% of the chance we're on opposite teams, guarding each other, going at each other, and pushing each other to be the best that we could possibly be. So it's literally every day.
As a Midwest guy, CJ, what were your impressions growing up, like hearing about West Virginia basketball, watching West Virginia basketball? What sort of takeaways what sort of thoughts do you have of them growing up as a basketball fan?
It's kind of going to be a dogfight for 40 minutes. They never give up anything. They're going to full court press you for the whole 40 minutes. They're going to make you do things that you're not used to within a game. They've won a lot of games. Getting to the tournament, their coach is a really great coach, a legendary coach. So just seeing them was always kind of fun to watch just because I like to play that fast pace, play defense and things like that. So watching them was always kind of fun and exciting. So I just know it's going to be a really hard-fought game, going to be physical, strong, just be able to play at your own pace and, just be able to make plays.
Did Hugs recruit you at all?
Not at all. Nah.
What's the key then to handling that pressure, the way that they play? I know they rebound very well, and obviously they've got size, but we always know how hard they pressure. What's the key to combating that and playing, taking care of the ball?
Yeah, like you said, just taking care of the ball. You can't have a lot of ball turnovers, them getting out in transition, getting easy baskets and things like that. You got to play at your own pace, get them in a half court, make them play defense. You got to be able to make shots, make open shots just because it's going to be a fast-paced game. So the possessions that you do have, you just got to make the right plays, make the right shots, and just do what you have to do. Just don't turn the ball over. And like you said, rebounding, which I feel like we've been doing a really good job at 1 through 5. Caleb, KY, Dre. I feel like everybody's been rebounding the ball pretty well. So, just doing what we do and just take it for this game and just keep doing what we're doing.
DJ, Coach was just saying a few minutes ago that you were pretty hard on yourself. A couple of games where you had some high numbers of turnovers. And he said you were as aware of that as anybody, and you were as focused on that as anybody. What did you see in as you were going over those games and trying to learn from some of those mistakes?
Yeah, that's just me playing, me being comfortable, me knowing what I can't do and can do at this level. That's been happening in practice all along. So I knew I was going to have games like that. And I'm as hard on myself as anybody is. So I knew that wasn't acceptable as a point guard for this team, and I knew I couldn't be performing like that from here on out if we want to win. So that's just things we got to clean up in practice. Coach has put Danny on me full court every time in practice, continuing to stay on me and stuff like that. And it's not going to be easy, and it's not it's not going to be fun, but it's going to get me better, and I'm going to continue to grow in that area and hopefully limit those turnovers so we can clean some things up on the offensive end.
I think my favorite play from the game the other night was the bounce pass you threw to Kyle, somehow through 3 defenders, and I had to watch it 2 or 3 times to see how the ball got there. Can you describe what you're seeing in a moment like that and how a play like that unfolds for you?
Yeah. With that play, I think I got the offensive rebound, but KY did a really good job of running down. I saw him. When I looked up, he was already sitting down there by the time I was just beginning to dribble down the court. So I saw him down there, and I knew that he was going to be there, and I just had to read the defense. So when I was dribbling down, read the defense, and I saw that the two outside guys took the shooters in the corners, and then the guy came up to me to stop the ball, and then that left KY wide open for the dunk. So I think the big play there was KY just running the floor. I think our bigs have done a good job of that all season, and they're going to continue doing that, and that's going to make plays for us along the stretch of the season.
And CJ, it looked like when you hit that 3 late, did you call game?
Yeah, you could say that. It was only like 2-3 seconds on the shot clock, so I was just in a position, I was wide open. Luther threw a great pass, and I was just so happy to be open. It was a catch and shoot. We work on those every day, so yeah.
Yes, sir.
I know you said that CJ's on you 99% of the time, and then you also said that Danny's been guarding you in the full court. Is Chris running 2 players on you on defense in practice? Because I know that's something that some coaches do to try to increase the pressure that is on the point guard.
No, he hasn't run 2 players. He might, but I know one thing he's done. No, yeah, I hope not. But coming off screens, he'll do like harder hedges, a little more pressure, stuff like that. Really, it's just picking up the pressure, because that's one thing I got to work on. Becoming a better dribbler with my right hand, stuff like that. So I know I need to work on it, and I'm gonna continue to improve on that. So.
Coach Holtman is sort of infamously hard on his point guards. At least that's what he says. I'm wondering where you guys feel like you're at with his level of trust in you guys.
I think he puts a lot of trust in us, just because I can see it. Just because he'll ask me what I think we should run, and I'm a freshman, so like that makes me feel good as a point guard, and that makes me feel like he trusts me, and that's why I think he does, and that's why I think we're playing the way we are, because we know we have a coach that trusts in all of us, and we can just kind of go out there and play our own game, and yet make mistakes and know that he trusts us to fix those mistakes, but yet we can trust him to, believe in us and, give us that second chance and stuff like that. So.
About what percentage of the time does he run what you suggest?
I don't like to tell him what to run just because he's a man. He knows what he's doing, but see, I'm still learning, so I like to keep my opinion out of there.
CJ, what about you? Where do you feel you're at in terms of Chris Holtman's level of trusting you?
I most definitely feel like I've gained my trust. I feel like last year during my redshirt year was my time to gain that trust. So I feel like throughout that year I was able to. And then within the season playing, I feel like I've also done that, just being able to be solid for this team, make the right plays and things like that, which I feel like me and him as a point guard, duo has been doing a really good job. So I feel like he believes in us. I feel like we wouldn't play this much if he didn't trust in us, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like we just keep making these strides and keep getting better each and every day. I feel like it just keeps going up from here.
Does he ask you what plays to run?
Oh, yeah, just in the flow of the game. We're on the court, so we can see things differently. He sees things differently, so he just kind of see what we suggest and things like that, where the ball needs to go at certain times. So whatever play kind of pops up, I suggest it. It's not like, yeah, coach, run this. It's kind of a suggestion of some things that I see. He just kind of, whether he agree or he disagrees, it's just the fact that he believes in me to even make that play call.
So you will actually make suggestions sometimes?
Oh, yeah. I just feel like, I don't know. It just kind of happens throughout the game. I don't know. It's just kind of like an instinct. Yeah.
CJ, last year you watched this team struggle when Caleb wasn't on the court. Mm-hmm. And the other night you played the last 6 minutes the first half without him, last like 3.5 minutes without him in the second half, and you still won in a very tight game against an elite opponent.
Yeah.
Why do you think this team is able, or at least in that game, was able to handle those sorts of challenges when you're missing one of your most important players like that?
I would just say practice. Each and every day, everybody's put in a different situation, different teams and things like that. And I feel like our chemistry and our togetherness is what's helping us, in them tight spaces within games like that, and which I feel like is going to carry over. So, and Caleb's a really good leader. Even though he's not on the floor, he's still talking, he's still engaged in timeouts and things like that. So I just feel like our chemistry is kind of what takes over in those situations like that. We all got each other back. We know where to be at certain times. And Coach Holtman, Coach Pito, Coach T put us in the best situations, whether it's on defense or offense. So I feel like it all works itself out within the game just because we kind of prepare for that and practice and things like that.
What was that like last year to have to sit and watch that when he would be out of the game and you guys would struggle the way that you did offensively? What was it like for you to see that ongoing?
It was just kind of frustrating, one, because I couldn't play or do anything about it, and then two, it was just different. I just feel like, people on the court, it was just a different chemistry. It was just different things going on. Couldn't score the ball. Not to say our team couldn't score the ball. It was just at that point in time, we were just kind of struggling scoring the ball and things like that. So I feel like it's just a different transition for this team and just kind of different roles and different people on the court that can do different things.
Is EJ a big part of that, having a guy like that can come in and fill some minutes?
Oh, most definitely, just because he can rebound, he can score the ball in the low post. I just kind of back up for Caleb. He was kind of our only post scorer that we had last year, so we have multiple with Kyle. Dre's been scoring in the post really well, and like you said, EJ's been doing really well. Coming off the bench and doing the things he do, it really helps our team and just kind of gives us a different type of momentum, different offensively and defensively.
Important question, how was Christmas for you guys?
It was great. We gotta go back home for a little bit, for a couple of days, and then see the family. I think it was like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Went by quick, but it was good because I wanted to get back here and get to work. We got a big game Sunday. I was looking forward to that, but it was nice to see my family and stuff like that.
Yeah, likewise. It was my daughter's first Christmas, so she was 6 months, just seeing her open her first gifts and things like that, just to see her happy and engaging with my family members. So it was just all good just to be back home. So
I don't have kids. I have no idea. How proficient is a 6-month-old at opening presents?
Oh, she's very advanced. I think my daughter's really smart, honestly. Like, I have videos of her actually, like, just ripping the boxes open and things like that. So that's
is she
kind of...
playing with the boxes, or is she playing with the toys?
Oh, with the actual toys. Like, she likes the things that lights up and things like that. So it was just kind of cool, you know what I'm saying, just to see that.